FHS Spring Signing Day. Your signees are Troy Canese, Autumn Pika, Elizabeth Sibera, Christian Avales, Denver Schneider, Travis Cates, Landon West, and Ryan Davis. And this is an exciting day for these student athletes. I mean, this is something they dream of.
Okay, so if I can get your attention, we'll go ahead and get started. Just want to welcome you all to Battling Billy Stadium. I cannot be more excited about actually having people in the stadium. We're excited to be able to celebrate, honor, and tribute 8 of our seniors who are here tonight to sign their letters of intent to play at the next level. We know certainly how important that is to their families. We're exceptionally proud of all of them for their accomplishments, both in high school and what they're going to accomplish in the future. Just a reminder who they are: Landon West, Texas Lutheran for football; Christian Avales, McMurray for football; Travis Cates, Mary Hardin Baylor for football; Ryan Davis, Ripon College for basketball; Troy Canese, Colorado School of Mines for track; Elizabeth Sibera for Iowa Western for track; Autumn Pika, Cornell College for soccer; and Denver Schneider, Methodist College for golf. So we're going to go and get started with Autumn Pika. She'll be our first. I'm going to turn it over to Coach Minshew.
Okay. Autumn came here in 6th grade and helped establish middle school soccer. And while she did that, she continued to bring in winning ways and influence her teammates around her. She's one of the few 4-year lettermen that I've been able to have in this program, and she's been a stalwart at center mid since day one for us. Although in practice a few times she tried to jump in and tell me she was a goalkeeper, I think the success of the program demonstrates that she's definitely a center midfielder. I'm very excited with what she's been able to establish in the program. 3 of the 4 years we've qualified for playoffs, and in large part that has to do with the contributions that she contributed on the field. Autumn also is a excellent student. She's graduating in the top 10 of her class, and I can't be more proud of how well-rounded she is. She participated in golf early on and tried to help them, and then this year she actually helped our HOSA program also qualify for state. So I'm excited about Autumn's opportunities at Cornell and all the hard work that she's put in. Congratulations.
Autumn Pika is about to sign here. Her favorite team she ever played on was the high school team this season, and it got cut short, unfortunately, due to COVID. But she says they had the best chemistry as a team. They were all genuine friends. They had a good friendship. They had team dinners, dance parties before games. They worked well together on the field. Her favorite teacher is Bob Guthrie. Autumn says he really cares for his students, and his classes were intriguing.
Outstanding. Autumn Pika, Cornell College soccer.
Her favorite
Next
food
will be Liz Sibera, Iowa Western for track.
Autumn's favorite food, tacos from Hilda's. Hey, I've got to agree with you there, Autumn. And she likes to shop. Shop till she drops is one of her hobbies when she's not playing soccer. So the first to sign today was Autumn Pika. She'll be attending Cornell College playing soccer. Elizabeth Sibera is going to be signing next. Elizabeth will be playing at Iowa Western. She'll be
Perfect.
participating in track.
So 4 years ago, Elizabeth Sibera came to us, and she made an immediate impact on our program. She was a 4-year letterman, so she started right away into the varsity levels and started throwing. She just participated in the discus. She never really liked the shot put much, but she ended up getting into it and scoring points in that. She's a 4-year academic all-district. She's a part of 3 district team championships with our varsity team. She's part of 2 area team championships, a regional runner-up championship. And then over her 4 years, being only in 2 events at a meet, usually it's about 6 meets a year, to win an event, you get 10 points. And just in 2 events, she scored 212.5 points over 4 years, most of that coming just from the discus. She has 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze medal at district. She's qualified to the area meet 3 years. Would have been 4 years, but we didn't get an area meet this year. And then in regional, she's qualified in the discus in 2017 and 2019, placing in the top 6 in both. She leaves us on the school record list as number 13 in the shot put with a 35 1-inch throw, and number 2 on the discus list with 129 9 inches. She shocked me when she said where she was actually going to go to college, and that's Iowa Western. It's a long way away. She usually likes to stay close to home, but this is going to be the top, going all the way north. But I know she's going to do well up there. She's excited. The throwing coach up there is a good guy, and he's going to continue to develop her. She has a lot to go. So, Elizabeth Sibera.
All right, Elizabeth Sibera, track at Iowa Western. It's going to be cold up there up north, but hey, she might actually get to see a little bit of snow, right? I'm going to thank Coach Dans for getting us the info on the student athletes. She said, I'll take care of Liz because I want to have a little bit of fun. Liz's favorite sport is watching whatever her older brother Willie is playing. Coach Dan says, Liz, never on time. She spent most of her 3 years of basketball season and 4 years of track season making people wait on her. Liz also owes Coach Dan's at least $2,842 for all the meals that Coach Dan's had to pay for her throughout high school. I love it. But Liz apparently did make a payback to Coach Dan's. She bought a pretzel at the state powerlifting meet last year. Coach Dan's goes on to say Liz has a heart of gold, beautiful smile. Her favorite food is a hamburger. There's a nice shot of them right there. Liz Sibera. I'm going to be participating in track at Iowa Western. Dreams coming true here today. It's a beautiful sight.
Again, Elizabeth Sibera, Iowa Western. Next up will be Denver Schneider, Methodist College for golf.
As they make the switch, up next will be Denver Schneider. He's going to be playing golf at Methodist University. Of course, they got to get the golf clubs out there, right? See them getting the golf clubs ready. This is exciting, like I said, for these 8 student athletes. Something they dream of from just being a little one on. And
next, we want to celebrate the signing of Denver Schneider. Denver, he has been a 4-year letterman in the golf team. Talk about accolades. He was academic all-district all 4 years. But I got to tell you that before he even came to Fredericksburg, we had our eye on Denver because when he was probably this big, we would see him constantly at the golf course. I don't think that anyone in the history of Fredericksburg high school golf has put as much time as Denver Schneider. Not only did he go to all the high school tournaments, but he also plays on the SDPGA, the TGCA, you name it. If there's a tournament, Denver's going to play in that. Denver not only was academic all-district 4 years, he's a 4-year letterman, like I said. Very disappointed we didn't get to finish this year. Denver was a highly ranked golfer in the state of Texas, had an opportunity maybe to be an individual champion this year. Of course, our team, he's been a part of, 3 state teams that have gone to state, and would have been 4 because we were favorites to get back to state this year and actually medal. So I know it was disappointing, but Denver has done a great job, and we're so happy that he is going to continue his career. He loves golf, and he's not only just going to go play golf, but he's going to learn the professional trade as he's going in the PGM program and try to if he doesn't play professionally, he may be working with the professionals. So we're excited about that. He's got so much love for the game. And like I said, he's won tournaments before. He was a regional champion, and like I said, this year, once again, he was expected to do really well. So we're really proud of Denver. He's going to be going to Methodist University in North Carolina. That's good, but it's a long way for me to have to travel to see him. So we're excited. He's going to get to play on one of the PGA tour courses there at Pinehurst. So we're excited for Denver, and we know that he's on to bigger and better things. And Denver Schneider.
All right, Denver Schneider going to be playing golf at Methodist University in North Carolina. Favorite team he played on was his freshman year, on the Billy Golf team, that is. His favorite teacher is Mrs. Harper, Culinary Arts. His favorite memory from sports, I think Coach Kamen mentioned that when he won the regional golf tournament last year. He's been given the opportunity to play golf in tournaments around the country. He wants to thank his teachers and Mr. Wyrick for being understanding. That
again, Denver Schneider, Methodist University.
He enjoys jeeping, rock crawling.
Next will be Troy Canese, Colorado golf. School of Mines, and Coach Renault.
And Denver Schneider, his career goal, as Coach Kamen also mentioned, is to be a pro golfer. He's going to be getting his PGA golf management degree. That's going to open up a lot of doors. He would also like to use that degree to get a job in club building, golf clubs that is, building golf clubs and doing the tour van for Ping. So big plans for Denver Schneider, and congratulations to Denver and all these student athletes here today. Big signing day. Thanks for joining us here at TexasRadio.net, and also we appreciate you joining us as well at Billy's.live. It's good to be out here doing a sporting event. My goodness. Like I said on my social media, I have been jonesing for some Battling Billy sports, so at least we have an opportunity to do this. And what I was going to mention earlier, you know, COVID-19, we all have to improvise. That's what we're doing here. And like I said, we're glad to be able to bring you the signing.
It's my privilege to announce Troy Canese is going to sign with the Colorado School of Mines. Troy's a 4-year letterman for us. This season was cut short, of course, but this season he holds the fastest 100 open time for us. He holds the fastest 200 split time for us, fastest 400 open time. He holds the fastest 400 split time. He holds the fastest 800 time, and he had the longest jump of the season. He's also part of the 3rd fastest 800 relay in team history, and he has the 4th fastest 400 split in team history. He's also top 10 long jump of all time in the history of our school. Believe it or not, he actually has a top 100 time, top 15 100 time in the history of our school. He has the 4th best 400 time and 3rd best 800 time. When he came to us 4 years ago, he was coming from swim. I didn't know him very well. Coach Wyrick said he was a pole vaulter, and so when his dad asked me if he could run in the meet, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll put him in the 100 because that's what pole vaulters like, a short distance. And his dad corrected me and said, well, he's going to run the 400. And I was like, cha-ching, you bet. And that first 400 time was a 53, and after that, he's been the MVP of our team, and he'll be sorely missed, but they're getting a great addition there.
Troy Canese going to be going to the beautiful Colorado School of Mines and participate in track there. Ironically, Troy did not make the 7th grade track team, so you youngsters out there, stay with it. Don't give up. He was devastated at the time. And then a kid dropped out the day of the first meet. They called Troy's parents to see if he could show up there, and he won 2nd place in the 400.
Again, Troy Canese, Colorado School of Mines.
So don't ever
Next
give
up,
up.
Ryan Davis, Ripon College, Wisconsin.
According to Troy's parents, he smiles when he runs the 400.
And Coach Kamen again.
Who does that? I agree with them. Who does that? Troy played multiple sports in high school: track, swimming, cross country, basketball, tennis. Youngins, you can play everything you want to. Troy's a member of the National Honor Society. This is cool. Troy builds drones and competes in drone racing in a circuit there outside of school. That's one of his hobbies. I don't know if I believe this one, but maybe I do. Troy has never had one fight.
All right, now we're going
with
to
his sister.
celebrate Ryan. These guys are starting to give me a complex because Denver's going to North Carolina, Ryan's going to Wisconsin. They're just trying to get as far away from Coach Kamen as possible. So I don't know what to take out of that, but I hope it's a good thing. Anyway, Ryan has also had a great career here at Fredericksburg High School, part of the boys basketball team. He's a 3-year letterman. He's been academic all-district all 3 years. This year he was academic all-state for Texas High School Coaches Association, and he was academic all-state in the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches. So he not only got it done on the court, but in the classroom as well, and we're really proud of that. A lot of accolades for Ryan. He scored over 1,000 points in his 3-year career as on the varsity. He was all-region this year as a player. District MVP, that says it all. I can't say enough about Ryan. Ryan's another one in basketball. We call them gym rats, and the gym rats guy that doesn't come out of the gym. He's the first one in there, and he's the last one to leave. He's another one that I've known since he's been this big. And if you knew him when he was younger, he wore these goggles, and I love the goggles. I still have a picture of him when he had those goggles. But I knew he was going to be successful just because his love and passion for the game and his work ethic. And I'm so happy for him that he's going to be able to continue his career at Ripon. I'm glad also that we have technology to where we're going to be able to see his games live. I don't have to travel to Wisconsin. So we're excited about that. And he's actually, because he was an all-state player, he's earned a spot on the wall of fame there in the gym. So we got to get a picture of him. But great job, Ryan, and good luck to you guys as you travel where it's really, really cold. So Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis going to be playing basketball at Ripon College. I bet you can guess the favorite team he's played on here at FHS. Yep, this year's basketball team. We had a great time covering
Ryan Davis, Ripon College. One more time.
Billy's.live, TexasRadio.net. They had a
Now we'll go with Christian Avales, McMurray.
A close camaraderie. They went 33-2, the basketball team. He's been playing since the 3rd grade, and he said it was truly, truly amazing to finish with this year's team. They were sure fun to cover, sure fun to watch, no doubt about it. He also talked about the amazing turnout at the games. The gym was always packed, whether they were at home or on the road, and he said he was wanting to see FHS established that way as far as
just a couple reminders before I start with Christian. A couple things. One, seniors. We have your senior graduation cords. Coach Dance has those collected in the shopping cart back here. We also have the senior spring sports poster. If you're a spring sport athlete, you're on the poster. So we have those for you. And then we'd like everyone to come over in front of the scoreboard. There's a table. Mr. Hex is going to put your college logo on the video board, and we want to take your picture before you leave. So as we exit, if you'll head over there and let us take your picture, we'd appreciate it. Christian Avales, McMurray for football. Christian is one of our team captains, an exceptional leader. I took some notes. This is going to be hard for me not to get choked up. 2-year letterman in football, 4-year letterman in track, regional qualifier, 2-year letterman in powerlifting, 2-year academic all-district, 2-year all-district defensive lineman, 2019 14-4A defensive MVP of the district, Patia Pole, 2nd team all-state defensive lineman. And when you think about intensity and improvement, that's what I think about when I think about Christian Avales and where he's come from as a young man learning how to play the game and then growing into a dominant defensive player and a leader. And I couldn't be more proud of a group. All three of these football players were team captains for our team, and they took it upon themselves to bring us back to championship football in Fredericksburg. And so I'm so proud of them, and I really appreciate them. Christian Avales, McMurray State.
Yeah, he's going to be playing at McMurray, Christian Avales. His favorite coach is Mr. Joel Handley. His favorite team is this year's team. He said they had a lot of good camaraderie, and they did. They had good team chemistry, no doubt about it. His favorite memory was the Bernie second overtime
Christian Avales,
win.
McMurray State.
His
Next
favorite-
is Travis Cates.
Christian's favorite NFL team
University of Mary Hardin Baylor.
is the Saints. So Travis Cates makes his way now over to the table.
As mentioned, Travis was a team captain as well. 3-year letterman in football, 2-year letterman in powerlifting, 3-year starter in football, 2-time all-district offensive lineman, 3-time academic all-district, and most known for his nastiness by the way he plays the game. My favorite memory of Travis is his sophomore year and the bug in his ear. Do you remember that, Travis? That was when he reminded us of Chris Farley. We had it on video. He got a bug in his ear in his practice, and he's running around crazy. So, exceptional young man, became a great leader. Again, I mentioned all three of these young men took the team upon their back and returned us to championship football. So, Travis Cates, University of Mary Hardin Baylor.
Boy, they've got a stellar football program there at Mary Hardin Baylor. His favorite team is this year's senior group as well. His favorite pro team, I'm with you, Travis, the Dallas Cowboys. His favorite memory is beating Bernie in overtime or double overtime.
Travis Cates, Mary Hardin Baylor.
His hobby's weightlifting. Travis Cates, University of Mary Hardin Baylor.
And last but certainly not least, Landon West, Texas Lutheran University.
Landon West making his way over to the signing table. My daughter Ella has been blessed to be signed at, or will sign soon at Mary Hardin Baylor as well. So maybe Travis can be her bodyguard there. So Landon West.
Landon West, again, a 3-year letterman in football, team captain, multi-year letterman in powerlifting, 3-year academic all-district, 2-time all-district offensive lineman, Texas High School Coaches Association academic all-state, second team in 2019, recipient of the Steve Miller Sure Award for the best teammate, has a quiet and calm demeanor. The thing that stands out in my mind most about Landon was after our loss on this field to Tivy this year, he spoke to the team, and he's a man of few words. But when he opened his mouth, everyone in the huddle was listening. There wasn't anybody not listening to what he had to say. And so that certainly spoke to his leadership and the kind of young man he is. We're exceptionally proud of Landon West, Texas Lutheran University.
GLU, go Dogs. Absolutely. Landon's favorite team was this year's senior football team. His favorite pro team, the New Orleans Saints. We got a couple of Saints fans here, huh? His favorite memory, beating Liberty Hill. Boy, I remember that. That was awesome. And he collects sports memorabilia.
Landon West, Texas Lutheran University.
Landon West.
That concludes the official operations of the signing. Again, reminders, seniors, you have your cords for graduation in the shopping cart, as well as a spring sports poster. And then if you could go in front of the video board, we'll take your picture with your school logo behind you. If you didn't get a picture taken at your table with your group and your family, then we'll come do that as well. Otherwise, we appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll get some more information coming to you about the conclusion of the rest of the year. Thank you and congratulations to all of our families.
Congratulations to all the signees out here. Troy Canese, participating in track at the Colorado School of Mines. Autumn Pika, she'll be playing soccer at Cornell College. Elizabeth Sibera, track at Iowa Western. Christian Avales, football at McMurray. Denver Schneider playing golf at Methodist University. Travis Cates, football at Mary Hardin Baylor. Landon West, football at Texas Lutheran University. And Ryan Davis playing basketball at Ripon College. So that's our 8 athletes who signed today. We're glad that we could bring this to you and have some kind of sports broadcast, man, right here at TexasRadio.net and Billy's.live. JD Rose with you. I'm glad I was able to be here with you. I want to thank Paige Finley, Bella Finley, back under the bleachers back there with the at the controls. Maddie Finley on a camera. Caleb Dale on a camera as well. We appreciate our broadcast team here today. We're glad that we could be a part of this, like I said, here at Billy's.live and TexasRadio.net, hoping to bring you a lot more sports next year. Hopefully we'll be able to get out and do some more things. The soft openings just kind of, hopefully we'll just gradually be able to get things back to normal in time. God bless you, folks. That's going to do it for our broadcast here at the FHS Spring Signing Day. It's been wonderful. I want to thank Coach Moffitt. A lot of folks taking pictures out here. And, man, it was just a beautiful evening. Nice breeze, nice and cool, overcast. And it was a great, great evening for all these student athletes. And it was fun to bring this into your living room. Dreams coming true into your homes and into your vehicles here today. God bless y'all. Good night. JD Rose saying good night.